Rent is due on the 30th. Please make sure your account has the necessary 10,000 or you will be evicted. Jill bought what she wanted. She's pleased with herself. Okay, so I don't need to buy anything else. 7 grand. Am I gonna get 3 grand in? No, I'm not gonna get 3 grand. Unfortunately. Been talking to that Alma girl a lot. Ooh. Surviving in Glitch City. Any tips for a new friend in this wonderful land? Oh boy. Self-deprecating thread. Don't trust in white nights and don't go out after 5 PM unless you want to get mugged or murdered. Bring a portable chair everywhere. You'll have to line up for flour lol. Get used to eat what you find. Shortages are getting out of hand. I've been eating rice with butter for months now, but I guess it could be worse. Don't jinx it, please. I have enough as it is. So coming here was a mistake. Why would you come here anyway? Visiting family, but now I want to take them out. Do it while you can. Yeah, airlines are leaving the city, lol. Soon we won't even be able to escape. Can I even get some weed in this crap hole somewhere? Yeah, I just PM'd you a good dealer. Whew. This was written in 2016, I should point out. Or at least, no, the game came out in 2016. It was probably written earlier than that. Alright, Augmented Eye. BTC closing 40% of its bars in Glitch City. The British Trademark Council is facing some economic troubles in Glitch City, and it looks like they're on their way out. Blaming rising inflation rates and a weak currency, the BTC has given the order to disband almost half its recreational businesses in the city. We can't keep doing business like this. Glitch City has a negative impact on our earnings, and we can't continue in the red, a PR representative told the Augmented Eye. Prime Minister Quincy, on the other hand, just thinks the BTC is just too greedy. They already make a lot of money already, and now they're crying because they can't have more? Give me a break. This late to the party, Augmented Eye. Wearing socks with sandals in public is now a crime. I like to say we have the freedom to wear whatever we like in the streets of Glitch City so long as we adhere to decency rules. However, that's about to change. Glitch City's Department of Public Decency has declared that wearing socks and sandals together is a punishable crime. Dads everywhere started crying. If convicted, the guilty face 3 days in jail as punishment for using that abominable combo. But what do you think? Should we wear whatever we want? Or should the fashion police of high society decide for you? Whatever the case, I think I'll simply stick to the right side of the battle. Goodbye, socks and sandals. Birth rates decrease as the youth prefers Lilim company. At the beginning of the century, the idea that people would rather be with robots instead of other humans was treated as a joke. But the reality is that the convenience of these kinds of relationships have become immensely popular among Glitch City's youth, to the point where birth rates are beginning to decrease at an alarming rate. Annie Mae, a 17-year-old student, agrees with the general sentiment. It's just so much better than dealing with other people, you know. You can just make your own perfect partner. Own sex is amazing. Ha, don't even get me started. It is expected that new regulations will soon be announced to address this situation. Sounds like a very, very Japanese problem to have. So, alright. So, being only with Lilim can be tiring though. I guess so. Alright, let's see if we make 3 grand today. We're not going to make 3 grand today. Thursday, December 29th. Evening. Hey. Okay, so we've got almost everything, but we're still missing a couple of things for Saturday. And so I designate you, Gillian Applegate, as official guy who goes to buy the rest of the stuff. Applegate? I have no idea who that is. Why me? I could send Jill, but I wouldn't dare send a lady by herself. And I could go with her, but I believe the bar should have at least 2 people in the vicinity at all times. You're not going to say anything, Jill. If it means not being delivery girl, I'm happy to fake helplessness. Ugh, fine, give me that list. I'll be back sometime. Something tells me you're planning something, boss. What gives you that impression? Call it a gut feeling. Did you know that Gil has a crush? What? A client of his. A girl that owns a bazaar. She's been coming on to him for ages and only just started opening up. But he's taken steps backwards and I'm not going to let him. He's opening up for fuck's sake. And so the errands will take him to the bazaar, I take it. That's right. Huh. Alright then, to the office I go. As for me, let's get ready to mix drinks and change lives. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, da. Okay, that'll do. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Gil with a crush, huh? This place, great. Oh, if it isn't Kiramiki. What voice did I do for Kiribiki? Can't remember, it's been too long now. Oh well. Hey Jill, sorry, but is there anywhere I can hide? There's an unpleasant guy in my trail. Boss, Storkswoman incoming! The door's open. Go ahead, door to the left. Thanks. Hello there! Oh, hi there. The other one, that's the bathroom. Wait, what's the dog doing in the bathroom?
Now, where did she... Oh, the hellhole. Perfect. Hey, kid, I'll have the usual.
Right. Huh, he remembered me after 2 weeks. That is... Wow, that is astounding. He's not the type of person to remember this. Anyway. To remember us, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4. All mixed. So yes, Donovan's usual is a big beer. Here.
This seems right. The paper's been a mess lately. You'd think with all that's happening, they'd stay and do more reports. But they're all asking for a vacation and I can't afford to be understaffed. So, I had to come up with some sort of reward for whoever produces the most reports.
I see no difference in my feed, though. Mr. Donovan, I don't mean to sound rude, but you do know the infamy of the augmented eye with the general public, right?
A shitty page that will over-sensationalize anything and report useless things. Of course I know.
Then why not try to rectify that image?
To put it simply, I'm being clutched by the balls, in the non-pleasant way. Zaibatsu Court and company have an eye on every publication they haven't bought yet. Report on them once and they'll find something to find you with. Twice and you'll find your resources severely cut. Anything beyond that, in the best case scenario, is that they'll be eyeing the damn operation to keep it quiet.
I was going to tell you, but I remembered. Yeah.
I know there are more newsworthy things than whatever it is that those lackeys picked out that week, but if I overstep, my ass is on the line.
Huh.
Glad to see this hellhole still in one piece. The BTC has been going apeshit closing bars lately.
Oh yeah, that.
Yesterday, they closed one that served as a key part of a drug trafficking ring. And last week, they closed 3 small bars that served as illegal chicken restaurants.
Huh.
Not to mention, there are like 100 people who have BTC certificates but never use them. Instead, they keep those credentials around to stop police from raiding their homes or warehouses. I don't know about you, but it's obvious to me that some restructuring will begin at the BTC after this whole thing.
Man, shit ran deeper than I thought. And no news outlet talks about that.
Alright, kid, let's try Moonblast now.
Come again?
Hey, even I have to break the routine from time to time.
A Moonblast, that's a new one for him. I guess so. That's 6, 1, 1, 1, 2. On the rocks, blended. Ta-da! Okay. Here.
Now, let's see what the ruckus is about.
So, what brought you here?
Oh, right. Didn't you see Lilum coming in here? Blue hair, big tits. She's the one from the Encore concert coming up.
Not really.
Did she jump to the roof then?
Why were you looking for her? Did you want an interview?
Not really. Just hitting on her. Hey, I said hitting on her, not hitting her. Stop glaring.
Why, though? Are you that bored? Don't you have, like, a family or something?
Have you seen that girl? Hot as tits. Also, hot ass and tits. I'm suffering the weirdest combo of being hot as fuck and curious as shit right now. I want to know just how detailed those King Class CH-1A models are, personally.
And so you followed her?
I've yet to meet a woman that can resist the charms of Donovan D. Dawson.
You're in front of one, and I'm guessing you have quite the selective memory. Like I said, don't you have a family or something?
A wife, but that woman cheats on me as much as I cheat on her. In fact, I'm pretty convinced she gets off on the thought of me cheating on her. So that Lilum isn't her, huh? I'll have to find a busty enough replacement tonight or I'll explode.
Oh, gross.
Hey, after you're done glaring, please send me a bar driver.
He said please. Let's just give him a pile driver, literally. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'll do. Here.
Alright. Well, seeing as she's not here, I'll have no reason to stay. Maybe I'll find someone that looks a bit like her.
The guy left.
Oh, alright. Thanks for sheltering me, Donna. Hope your sister likes the video.
No, thank you. Seems you had a hearty talk.
Your boss is such a fun person. Her sister is a fan of mine, so I recorded a small video for her and took a couple of photos.
How nice of you.
There's nothing really, and she did hide me, so it's the least I could do. But, well, we're here already. Mind giving me something sweet?
Sure. Miss Idol wants something sweet. So, seems like Sugar Rush and Sparkle Star all have optional Karmatrine. Blue Fairy does as well. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, aged and mixed. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, it's... Nah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah, my bad. This guy has no shame. He clearly doesn't. Clearly does not. Oh. Didn't even do the aging that time. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Aged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Sorry, getting distracted. Blue Fairy. Does that count as 3 mistakes, or not because I didn't serve it? Here.
Thanks.
So, do you know why Donovan was following you?
I don't, but I wasn't in the mood to deal with him. His questions were a bit over the line last time too. Not the worst I've dealt with, but I just didn't want to humor him.
I see. Seems like he was just trying to come on to you.
You don't say. Well, not like he'd have any chance anyways. I'm not into older guys, and I'm already committed to a relationship.
Wait, you are?
It's not common knowledge, and the ones that hear it try to dismiss it as rumors, but I've been in a relationship with my producer for a while now.
Really?
We were both single, and that kind of stuff is bound to happen when you spend so much time together. But it all started when he read an entry I made in my blog about wanting to experience love and the like. He offered to help with that after he read it, and I thought, sure, why not? I already knew him well enough, it wouldn't hurt to try.
Oh, nice.
He's a stick in the mud when planning is due, but he's a sweetheart otherwise.
I see. Hey, can you really walk so calmly? The streets aren't exactly safe.
Really? I haven't faced any issues lately. Sure, they've tried to mug me once or twice, but it's no big deal.
No big deal?
Every time someone tries to mug me, someone pops out of somewhere and stops it. Makes me feel like I'm always protected.
Those are some hardcore stalkers. I guess the fact that she ran away from Donovan even after all that says something.
Hey, this will sound familiar, but do you have anything like tea?
Let me see. Something tea-like. If I remember correctly, something bitter but girly is fine too. Huh? No, I don't want that. Bitter but girly. Which one was the one that replaced tea? Oh, hang on. Sunshine Cloud, no. Gut Punch, no. Pile Driver, no. Suplex, not quite. I guess the Sunshine Cloud. I don't remember the T though. Anyway, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Fill it up. Oh, I said I was going to do it differently, right? Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, and then go all the way with a Karmatrine. Okay, and then on the rocks, blended. Let's see if we can actually make a character drunk today. Here.
Yeah, this works.
Hey, you're a King Class CH1A, right?
That I am.
May I ask you something about your model?
Sure.
Are there any differences between you and a DFC 72?
We both serve the same purpose, but DFC 72s have a port on their heads, which makes them more versatile. My line lacks that, or the resilience of the DT-01Ds, but we're a tad more polished elsewhere. More specifically, our voice emulators are more advanced and our movements are smoother. A trade-off of functionality and power for appearance, you could say.
Ah, I see. So, anything new for this concert?
Well, it is an encore, so we're trying to make it the same for those that couldn't get to the first one. We always try to spice it up, like maybe with a surprise song or something. There was this one time I sang a cover of a song by B-Link. Of course, in return they sang Your Love Is a Drug.
Ah, so you know the B-Link girls?
Really nice kids. You'd be surprised how different from their onstage personas there are.
Really?
Suzu, for example, can be really childish at times. She also laughs a lot, and loudly at that. Meanwhile, Aina is a party girl through and through. If they're not on tour, she spends her time partying like crazy.
Huh, hard to believe. I mean, their image is that of stoic girls with little expression. Almost like living Victorian dolls or something.
Well, they wanted to pop out into the public. They once told me, if we want people to notice us, we have to break the cutesy idol concept.
And so they took the opposite route by becoming cool beauties with melancholic songs.
I wouldn't say they went the opposite way. The opposite of cutesy idols be unkempt, tone-deaf girls spewing vitriol and hate.
True, I guess.
Well, I've got to go, but let's have a sparkle star first.
Alright. A sparkle star for Miss Idol. Fill it up. Aged and mixed. Here.
Sparkling. Well, it's always a pleasure, Jill.
Please come again.
Will do. Oh, the handsome bartender. Nice to meet you. See you.
Boss, skills back. I'll take my break. Alright. Wow. We're going through these days a lot quicker than I thought we were. Maybe I was expecting more conversation to actually happen between days. So, alright. There we go. It's now safe to keep playing. Note to self, buy oil for that door. Okay. Alright, I'll do this. Ready. Alright then. Gil, you're in my spot, please. Oh, sorry. Also, you're cleaning one of Boss's chicken buckets. Did Boss ask you to do that? If I told you she did, would you believe me? Without a doubt. Let's go with that then. Right.
Greetings.
Ah, Stella, what can I get you?
I'll go with a Bleeding Jane today.
A Bleeding Jane for Stella. Bleeding Jane. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Blended. Here you go.
Thank you.
What brought you here today? Waiting for say?
I came by myself, actually. I was in the area and stopped to say hi.
Oh. It's pretty interesting though. When I first saw you, I doubted you'd ever come here again.
Well, this place is comfortable, I must admit. So quiet and secluded. It's also clean, really clean.
Gil is the one you can owe that to. The guy takes pride in how clean he keeps things around here. If you ever need cleaning staff, he's a nice pick.
Really?
He's a bit of it today though.
I see. Hey, Jill, have you heard of the new gold rush in the city?
Gold rush?
Everyone is paying small fortunes to get their hands on pieces of white knight suits.
I think I heard or read something about that, but I'm having doubts, so probably not. In any case, how is it a gold rush?
Well, the tech behind the suits is always safely guarded, but after the events at the bank... After the events at the bank, the suits were remotely shut down, bricking many of them in the process. Many units dropped their armor right there and fled when the lynchings went on. Any white knight still stuck in their suit had to take the armor off manually to run away. It all happened in the middle of the lynching, so they'd be sitting ducks if they didn't. Some weren't that lucky. They got beaten up while they weren't able to move. So, between the suits becoming glorified paperweights and many white knights going on the run, there ended up being a lot of junk lying around. But the whole scientific community is rejoicing. They're on a race to reverse engineer the suits and take as much technology as possible from them. And of course, even single pieces of the armor fetch a high price these days.
Could anyone see any profit from that research to justify those expenses?
It's new tech, a whole new field ripe with patents just open for many, so I'd say yes.
Huh. I mean, the BTC is literally a conglomerate built upon patents and trademarks, I can see how.
There is one weird case though. There's this guy named Jack. He's on the captain of a very unique Blitzkrieg core unit.
Unique?
The guy had a really small unit, 5 people including himself. The aesthetics of his unit's armor was heavily modded to the point that they looked like a squad of henshin heroes.
And what?
They looked really gaudy. But it turned out that the guy actually broke through the software and disabled the remote switch. He has one of the few, if not the only, suits of armor with the OS intact. To say they're among the most wanted people would be an understatement.
You know a lot about this. Also, did that say understatement? No, I didn't think so. It says understandment, but that's supposed to be understatement. Yeah. You know a lot about this.
It's interesting, the amount of things you hear when dealing with drunk people of all kinds in the same place. It also helps to put on a front that makes people lower their guard. That should sound familiar to you.
True. Wait.
Here's a freebie, a fun fact. The failsafe was originally going to involve the armor blowing up and leaving no traces. But regulations and laws didn't allow that technology near civilians.
I guess even Zaibatsu Core has its limits, huh?
People love to demonize Zaibatsu Core because, let's face it, they're far from innocent. But they're not evil overlords, they're just greedy. They're just a big corporation. They just so happen to have control of what tantamounts to a city-state. But corporations will naturally resort to draconian methods. I've heard horror stories from people outside the city about trying to use product placement. If you so much as hold a bottle the wrong way or get in the way of a logo, you'll be in for lots of trouble. And let's not start with theme parks or the like. Those are dystopias of their own.
Then again, most of the demonization is due to Quincy being such a clown.
He has no power anyways. He's just the front that whatever council behind Zaibatsu Core chose. He makes a fool of himself and the attention is taken away from whatever it is the Zaibatsu Core is actually doing.
Yeah. So what you were saying is that Glitch City is basically a huge theme park?
I've called the White Knights glorified mall security in the past, so yeah.
Huh. No, seriously, and what?
Can I get a Brandtini here, please?
Sure. Let's give her a Brandtini. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Cometrine, aged 6. Ta-da.
Thanks.
So I take it you're in a good mood today?
Does it show?
A bit.
Yeah, well, I managed to nab a couple of tickets for the Kira Miki Encore concert.
Nice. Alright, as it turns out, she was just here.
Again? I'm sorry. Again? Can't believe I just missed her.
I was surprised too. I was more surprised she remembered my name though. And like last time, she was quite the graceful client.
Man, so those rumors about her being really nice in person were actually true. Amazing. I mean, you always want the famous people to be nice in real life. But having such a backing to that claim, to hear that she's so nice to everyone, it's nice to hear, you know? In fact, many think that's what made her so famous so quickly. How she's down to earth and totally accessible, making her someone everyone wants to root for.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't want to feel like you're supporting crafty people. Although, to be honest, I've never really put that much thought into one. Hell, half the time I have no idea who made what I use, nor do I care much.
Being a nice person will take you far, though. My daddy always insisted that being ruthless in the boardroom doesn't mean being an ass. And he has actually managed to get certain contracts over other more powerful people. All thanks to being a nice guy overall.
Sounds like good advice. But more importantly, Daddy? You really believe me saying she was just here that easily?
I'm not the kind to lie about stuff like that, so sure.
Thanks, I guess. That said, can you go to the concert so easily? What about the security and like?
My dad always has a unit keeping an eye on me from a distance. And you'd be surprised at how easily I can disguise myself with just a different hairdo and a cap.
I see.
I wonder if I could get in the disabled line with Sai and her wounds. Although she'll probably nag me about she doesn't need it and we shouldn't abuse that.
Huh.
Hey, can you get me a classic drink?
Sure. A classic drink. Let's give her a beer. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next. Here.
Thank you.
Do you have many servants around the house, Stella?
I do, but they've been with us for so long they're pretty much family. My dad has always said that if you earn someone's trust, they'll gleefully work for you, and everyone wins. We even had a young gardener that left to study engineering, and he actually came back. He still comes by every weekend to tend to the plants.
Man, that sounds nice.
Let me know if you're ever in need of a job. I might find you something.
Thanks for the offer. Wait, I just realised something's off with the whole tech gold rush story.
What would it be?
Wouldn't all that tech be patented anyways? I get trying to crack it in the first place, but
How would it be true if the tech was patented in the first place?
it isn't?
Zybats who have been so paranoid about making the White Knights untouchable that they never patented anything. A patent would be in a database that someone could hack and retrieve valuable info from. Not to mention they've been using tech from other companies without any authorization. And no patent registry in their right mind would approve of that global shutdown signal. Let alone how it immobilized everyone still inside one of the suits.
So the ones that were upholding the law did so using suits that are all by all means illegal.
The irony runs deep, wouldn't you say?
Why do it though?
When you have so much money, you start thinking you can screw around with the rules. All that power makes you think you're above the law, every law there is.
And this city is what happens when those with money start making the rules. I'm curious though, have you ever covered up any fuck-ups by using money?
I think we've all done things we're not too proud of at some point in our lives. Well, Jill, I gotta go. Always a pleasure.
Please come again. Ah, Alma!
No, hello.
You're pretty insistent on that one, aren't you?
It's basic courtesy, something I will fight to uphold. First the greeting stop, then saying please and thanks stop, and before you know it, boom, total anarchy.
You're exaggerating.
I'm not. In fact, I'll go through that door again and I expect you to properly greet me this time.
Fine.
Hello, Jill.
Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. 'Tis some visitor, I muttered, tapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more.
You overdid it. You totally overdid it.
That's a cool thing to put in your game, though. Edgar Allan Poe. Quoth the bartender, I did not.
So, you like poetry?
I had a phase. Can I get you something?
Let's start with a big cobalt velvet.
Sure. A big cobalt velvet for Alma. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the rocks and mixed. Ta-da! Yeah.
Thanks. Oh yeah, there's something I've been wondering about for a while. Does the name Shadowmaster 69's Chronicles ring any bells? Wow, you even went pale.
No, the name doesn't ring any bells.
May 22nd. Today my daily card readings told me that I'd meet great change thanks to an old man. My biology teacher told me I'd been picked for an inter-school contest with the latest essay. I just knew a scientific theory on the idea of auras was as revolutionary as I thought. Soon, I'll bring the world into an occult science singularity. Later entries don't seem to have gone that well though. Mentions of being laughed at, being lectured on why the essay was wrong. Jill?
I made sure to delete that blog. No evidence should be left.
I can think of at least 6 different sources at the top of my head that all have that stuff archived.
Why? Why?
Sheesh, relax, it's not that bad.
What do you mean it's not that bad? Don't you realise how embarrassing it all is?
We've all been young, Jill, relax. It's not like you're still that nowadays. That would be embarrassing. You're not still like that, right?
God, no, I gave him the whole occult stuff. It's just that remembering all that stuff is... Brr.
I don't know, I like the way you looked. All dressed in black with a rare accessory popping out thanks to the colours. I mean, at least you had the decency to use makeup and take care of yourself.
So you have a pick? Oh God, you have a fucking pick. Why do you do this to me? Why do you dig out the sins of my past?
I was bored. Last Friday, I had to take my mind off the whole Diana thing, so I ran a small background check on you. Simple stuff, just checking past internet activity.
Please don't run background checks like that.
I just used a search engine, you know. I didn't request documents or anything.
What led you to the page?
You do realise your main mail account everywhere is still the one you used back then, right? Like I said, relax. You're obsessed with occultism and wanted to kiss all the boys. And I kind of almost accomplished that in middle school, which still sort of haunts me today. Never underestimate the lengths old classmates will go to track you down. Especially if they think you're still the girl that kissed them for fun and they're lonely to boot. We all have things we're not too proud of as adults. Now I know how criminals feel when evidence is used against them. I have to ask though, why the 69? It was supposed to be 6'9", not 69, like in reference to both the lovers and the hermit. I was convinced it meant wise choices. Jill, there's nobody that would read that as 6'9". I was 12 at the time. Even at 12, I fucking knew what a 69 was. Just how innocent were you back then? You have no idea. Well, let's sweeten things up a bit. I'll have a sugar rush. Sure. A sugar rush. Are they trendy nowadays? 1, 2, 1. Fill it up to the brim. All mixed. Ta-da. Here. This is a thing. Say, Alma, speaking of the past, what was your last long-term relationship like? That sudden. You dug through my past, I've earned the right to dig through yours. Fine, fine. Long-lasting relationships, huh? Romantic ones, I'm guessing. Yup. Well, I've had about 4 boyfriends who are described as such, that have introduced me to my family and all. The first one was in high school. I broke up with him because he cheated on me. I remember the other girl trying to pick a fight and me just saying, keep the fucker. The second one was during my freshman year. I broke up with him after he thought it'd be funny to punch me in the arm. He starts with a friendly hit and before you know it... Anyways. The other guy, I met shortly after I dropped out. He was interested in marriage, but he wanted to get married after only half a year or so of knowing him. And then there's Richard. Who? I spent almost 4 years with him. We got along pretty well, we had some awesome chemistry, I truly loved him. But as time went by, there was a rift that started separating us. He just didn't like my family.
He didn't.
Moreover, he wasn't a family person. He distanced himself from his own and voiced that he didn't want kids. There was a part of me that wanted to believe, even if it was just for a little bit, that he'd changed his mind. But as much as I loved him, that one detail brought a growing gap between us. And at one point I just had to break up with him. But I'm not here to depress you. Bring me a beer, will you?
Sure. Let's get her a beer. Next. Ta-da. Thanks for telling me that, by the way.
Don't mention it.
Okay, one more question and we're even.
Wow, you really are embarrassed of that blog, huh? Sure, ask away.
At what age did you get those implants in your boobs?
Chill, I love you, and I know you're saying that in jest. But I've lived through so many rumours about me getting plastic surgery that I can't and won't take it as a joke. As such, and honouring our friendship, I'll just say this. They're real, and they're spectacular. Now ask the real question before I slap you.
I'll grant you one and only one chance to call me by my full name as a compensation then.
I'll gladly take your offer.
It's funny that you mentioned slapping because my real question was, why did you get your hands chopped?
Chopped? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first is that I spend lots of time typing, and those replacements help me avoid carpal tunnel syndrome.
Oh.
There's other utilities, like how I can interface within devices. For example, there's a tiny computer embedded in my glasses. If I move my index finger, it acts like the computer's cursor. There's lots more, but there are small things that don't sound that impressive when I say it out loud.
How did your family take the operation?
They took it well enough, except for my mum. She freaked out for months. She even went to the hospital to ask me for my hands.
Don't you miss them?
Sometimes, but just during emotional moments. As luck would have it, someone else has them. Shortly before my operation, there was an accident on the highway. One of the victims was this young lady whose right hand got completely crushed. I told them to check if we were compatible and all that. I mean, implants are not everyone's first choice to then get a natural replacement. A bit of cosmetic treatment, it could pass off as her original hand with no problem. Last I heard, we were compatible and the family agreed to the donation. I don't know what became of her, but I hope she's fine.
And you didn't tell your mum about that?
I didn't want her pestering the poor girl. So are we cool now? Are we even now?
Are we? You were pretty pissed about my comment regarding your boobs. Again, I'm sorry. It sounded a lot less rude in my head.
Yeah, don't worry about that. Besides, I get to call you Julianne once.
Now you don't.
Hey, why?
You just call me by my full name.
Are you serious?
One chance and only one chance and you just used it up.
Damn it.
Surprise! Hey Arma, this might be a weird tangent, but do you believe in ghosts?
Hey! Not particularly, no. Although there was this paper I read at once that was quite interesting. It proposed a scenario where a nanomachine cluster would leave the body after death, and then acted as a collective hive mind through residual brainwaves. The result would basically be an image not unlike a hologram. Of course, the hypothesis fell through because such nanomachine density is impossible in a body. Even 5% of the amount needed is enough to make the blood too dense for the heart. And it's not like brainwaves are potent enough to create those reactions. Still an interesting read though.
I see. Don't give me that look. It's not my fault you convince yourself that you're crazy.
Well, I'll leave then. See you tomorrow.
See ya. All done? I am. What about you, girl? For some reason, the idol girl left him like that, it seems. You think? It might have been a while since he was out. True. Hey, boss. You're a fan of wrestling, aren't you? I mean, you were a wrestler, so... That I am? Yeah, why? I was wondering, isn't wrestling fake? Aren't twin tails for little girls and teens with 8th grade syndrome? 8th grade what? When you get down to it, wrestling is as real as a soap opera. I mean, you don't really expect a legal lawsuit to be fixed in a ring, right? Sure, in my ideal world, you would solve legal problems through good old wrestling, but... No, seriously, 8th grade what? But you don't go around calling soap operas fake. It's a show, it just so happens to use fights as an expression. You might as well see it as a unique form of theatre. Besides, considering the injuries many wrestlers suffer, it's not all fake. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. Sadly, I won't stand for anyone bad-mouthing wrestling. So now I have to go and break Gil's back to make you humble. Oh, wait, what? Come here, fuckboy! Fuckboy! 8th grade what? Oh, so close. Who'd have thought we'd get a bona fide idol in the bar? $9,742. $300 away. Well, I'm getting evicted.